Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone has a happy hump day. Yeah, that's a little heavy for early morning. How about this? Well, I am here, sunshine, early in the morning, 5:53. Yeah, I had to kind of motivate myself to do this. I did not go on topic last night. I was in the chat, and I thought, yeah, I need to rest. I need to get some rest, get an early start this morning, and hence here I am. Been up for an hour or so, kind of watching over Twitter and stuff, just seeing. Uh, I guess I get my news mostly through Twitter now. I don't know. It's kind of depressing, to tell you the truth. So I have to motivate myself for a good morning. Uh, had a great time over on John's Long Box for a little over an hour, and I've already thanked him for that. He's up early. I think he's on East Coast. Thank me for coming on. Well, good morning to you. Yes, indeed. It's not really morning for you anymore, is it? 6 hours difference. Um, Thank you, Timmers, for liking us over on Twitter. There here in the is the sign up. If you haven't signed up, we're still at 109 signups. Um, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I just want to get the campaign finished, ready to go, get everybody everything that they need, Shay, everything they need for the show, and get it done this week and this coming week. Everything that needs to be tidied up before the big launch, and then that'll be a lot of pressure off of me. Although I'm not trying to put myself under stress or pressure over it. Just trying to be positive and did get some collectibles out to show John. So we talk collectibles mostly, not so much about the campaign, but I don't know. Maybe I should have let him kind of take the reins a little bit more. Let him ask the questions, see what direction he would go. I just kind of hit the ground running, and he just kind of laid back and listened somewhat. So, but had a great time over there. He has a great show, has great guests on. It's amazing how quickly, how far his channel has come in such a short time. Although I've not really checked out his channel that much. Missed a lot of great interviews. I've been aware of what he's been doing. He's had some great guests on. I know he's got Peter Samedi coming on, and Peter Samedi's been on there a while and talks to him for a while on those shows. A couple hours. You get a couple hours out of Peter Samedi, you really done something. So I'll be putting up some of these collectibles and organizing, and totally forgot about Texas John. That's Texas Dave, not Texas John. Texas Dave, Tuesday. So apologies there. We're going to have to get him back on. I needed another week anyway to get ready for little Doctor Who second Doctor review. Anyway, I've actually been listening to some audio, not first and second Doctor. We're past the first Doctor, but just so good. The myth makers uh, talking about the War of Troy, Homer's old story. One of my favorites on audio, and I'd forgotten how much comedic delivery was given in some of those roles. It's a shame that one's totally erased, I guess, totally gone, except for the audio. You can tell by the audio the strong performances that they gave in that one. That's why I gave it high rankings, just from memory. Hey, Colonel Moore, remember the Alamo and also morning cigarettes and coffee? The latter may be even more important most days. Yeah. Uh, I was, for various reasons yesterday, just kind of going through some of the great broadcasts that people have been doing lately online, and saying, yeah, there's some people putting up some good good commentary, good guests, good shows. So I'm very grateful for everyone that's tuned into this little channel, and I try and bring the best every day. I may not always succeed, but I do try. Hey, Colonel Morg. Hey, Dan. You're up early or up late. I enjoyed our time the other day. I did send you the link for that book that you ordered. Hopefully you can get that straightened out. Let me know if you do. I would love to have that book. Like I say, I wouldn't recommend a book that I didn't have complete confidence in. And so, just a lot of, Dan's been putting up some good content on his channel. Just so many different channels, kind of in competition. You can't help that. I mean, you can only divide your day up so much. I get it. And some things, some people may watch on rewatch. It's amazing, even in 2 years, a little over 2 years, how much we've grown, especially since I don't kind of tickle the YouTube algorithm. There has been some chicanery from the very beginning, but especially in the last few months. Just woke up. Thanks for the link. No problem. Didn't know if you had seen that. Hadn't heard back from you on that, but it's over there on Twitter for you. But I had a good time over there at John's Long Box. Like I said, I kind of opted out just to rest. Didn't go on topic list, and I really do enjoy it. It is a highlight, of my week, to be able to sit down, interact, and just draw. But I felt like I needed to concentrate on other things, as far as kind of getting psyched up to build my campaign and to get everything I need to get done on time. Yeah, who needs TV anymore with YouTube now? I have totally blocked out. I never wanted to pay the cable fees and all. It's like a Ponzi scheme to me. I don't know. It's like how much are you really getting back from that? I would just rather select what I want to watch. And I know Luke talks about this a lot. Death Metal Hero. I just about having hard copies for your collection and everything. I just watch or listen to, like I say, while I'm in kind of getting ahead on being able to send out books if I did fulfill the books myself. Well, watch TV. I don't really watch outward streaming TV. I haven't for decades. I mean, off and on I have, but the telly. It was Telly Savalas's birthday, heavenly birthday, the other day, just to throw that in there. But yeah, I've been there's some other audio I'll listen to while I work around here. And then sometimes I just like the silence, but I was listening to the Highlander a little bit earlier, fell asleep to the Myth Makers, where it's the Battle of Troy. That's one of the better First Doctor ones, I think. And then the Highlander, the great Fraser Hines, that was his first appearance in Doctor Who. And then they asked him to become a companion. 3 companions. But I guess they kind of started out with 3 companions. So, but 3 companions in the 80s seemed a lot to me. You know, maybe it was just I don't know. I probably wouldn't have watched it in that. You know, it's for me the heart of Doctor Who's like the 4th Doctor back to the first. You know, first, second, third, fourth. I do have, you know, all the 80s stuff as well, and it has its moments. Hey, Bone, are you at work? John seemed to look like he was fine for me to take the reins somewhat and talk comics and things. He was tired. He said at the end of it, working whatnot, stuff he had done that day. I get it. It's especially with me, you know, it's like a daily thing. But usually I have the energy. But you do have to kind of pace yourself. Hence, not yet. Okay. You do have to pace yourself, and hence I made the executive decision. I'm going to sit down here, and I've been streaming a lot, so I'm in Friendship 4th Doctor back to 1. Yeah. That was the heart, I think, of the best you know, writers and where they were finding their way and everything. Like I said, I only started collecting Doctor Who from like age 50. And I'm 58 now, so for 8 years. But I like the old TV because there's so much history, and I think some of the most interesting things happened in the 1st and 2nd Doctor time, as far as you know, while I've been collecting or being taking note finally of Doctor Who. Although I was exposed to that mostly the 4th Doctor, as a lot of people were on PBS. Excuse me, big yawn. But there was a short time there in Saturday. I talked about this with John. He brought up Doctor Who, so I just quickly showed him the Highlanders on audio. I said I've tried to collect all those, especially the missing episodes, to inform myself of the ones that I have not seen on DVD and that are not available on DVD, or some of them. I mean, eventually, hopefully, they'll get around to them, animating them in some sorts. Some of the animation is better than others, but they've found a lot of things. You can just look at and I have looked at some of the Lost in Time collection of the 1st and 2nd Doctor. They found, you know, some stuff that was not included on this collection when it came out, and that's kind of exciting. You know, them finding. That's why I'm hoping the rumors, although I'm thinking they're just rumors now, that they found like 4 new episodes of the 1st Doctor and 4 new episodes of the 2nd Doctor. I don't know. They've kind of played with the fans' emotions over the time. They said, I think even the BBC has kind of put some of that out there, and then it's not always panned out, but sometimes it has. And you know, they found whole series and certain episodes since I've been collecting. So that's, and had, you know, released what seems like fairly quickly. I guess I just hit it at the right time. In the last 8 years, it's been kind of exciting. But of late, you haven't heard anything. Have we found all that's out there? I you know, you always hold the hope that private collectors have certain films or certain things in their possession. I know watching one of them, they had the original opener that ran from 63 to 67, uh, and remastered that and was presented. Uh, I think it was on the Lost in Time collection with the first, second Doctor. I think that was part of on the Patrick Troughton disc. Um, yeah, I mean, I didn't grow up really. I watched some of like Tom Baker on the Fourth, and then I know one Saturday it was odd. They had several Saturdays they had I think a First Doctor, uh, which was in black and white, and color TV was well in. Everything was in color at that time, so it was odd to see a black and white unless it was an old I Love Lucy episode or something like that. But then they showed a second Doctor, Patrick Troughton, and I was thoroughly confused. I remember that. And then they did in color Pertwee, and then they just kind of ended it. But there for a Saturday, they like a few Saturdays for a while for 1 year. I think it was around 1975. They kind of they were showing the 1969-70 UFO, and that was on Saturday, and that was kind of interesting because I really enjoyed that. That was probably the last time I had seen that on the telly. Bone says I never watched Doctor Who. Yeah, I never really watched it and got into it either, except for the Fourth Doctor on PBS a little bit. Remember liking K9. Not everybody likes the robot dog, but I didn't have a problem with him. Of course, the Fourth Doctor just celebrated his 90th birthday. Don't know how long we're going to have Tom Baker with us. He's kind of looking a little gray haired. Like somebody was joking around. I think it was Shadowhawk saying, why do old British men turn into old British ladies when they get old? I don't know. I haven't got a question. I've not really considered that. But yeah, it's Tom Baker's a great. I mean, he kind of found his niche, but I enjoyed seeing him as a wizard in Sinbad and other things before he actually was recognized as Doctor Who. I thought he was a great actor, especially the quirkiness of the Doctor. I think that's the longevity of him. He kind of embodies that. And had some great stories and some not so great. I guess that's been the fate of every Doctor Who, but on their scheduling and it's demanding, it's amazing we've gotten what we've gotten. So I appreciate it. I can, that's hopefully somebody get the top 10 and somehow watch the ones, and maybe it's for you, maybe it wasn't for me for a long time, but I try and go back and appreciate it for what it is. And I started from the very beginning with the First Doctor, and I was like, oh yeah, this is classic stuff. And then I started learning about all the missing episodes and how they were erased and not kept, and that just made it more precious to me. I mean, there was a lot of live TV that was done live and was never saved. I mean, it's just lost to the ages. I know I've watched some shows. Now I was extremely young, but are in my memory bank somewhere as a kid, and that stuff is no longer available. I've since found out, so kind of like Texas Dave, got to see some TV that is now erased or lost to time. Imagine that, it's like having a one of a kind item and having it destroyed. There are no replacements. That's what kind of makes exciting, sort of the crux of the last black and white days of TV and the advent of color. I got to see that come in. I heard there are, in fact, 2,741 seasons of Doctor Who. Well, maybe stories. I don't know about seasons. That seems to like a lot. I mean, I don't know what to say to that, Colonel Moore. I mean, episodes, yeah. I could see episodes. But seasons, a little different how they count those things. Anyway, I'm out of here. Thanks for joining us. Take care. Bow for now.